Good evening from Sacred Space at Tanya's Realm. It's the 6th of September 2023. I had a debrief with my psychiatrist this afternoon, as I do every fortnight, and I told him about the the escalation of harassment and surreality and weirdness that I experienced, almost 2 Fridays ago on the 25th of August. He was quite shocked to hear that not only had I been harassed out of the, the casino in the most venal, cowardly way, but that I was also basically hunted all night on the 25th of August, and that I'd found it rather ironic and a bit confronting and a bit strange that my ex-lover's cousin kind of circled all around me all night, which consciously or unconsciously was a bit protective. But having said that, I'm about to go out again on Friday night, and I'm just wondering if the same shenanigans will take place, or if they'll have realise that they're not going to get anywhere with me, because I don't come there with any agendas. I just come to dance, not interested in any other nonsense. Not even to hook up, not to be bullied, not to be harassed, just to listen to the nice music, the nice hard rock music, and dance. But anyway, last night I had a look at my ring that I made ages ago, and I decided to set little stones, because initially when I made it, I was aiming for casting stones in place, but they all popped off because it was my first attempt and I didn't do it right. So I've spent last night and this evening, it's a bit amateurish, making prongs for my ring to set some little stones. These are the little stones I'm going to set. Not that one. Can you see them? That one, and that one. So I had a bit of trouble soldering the little prongs. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a success yet, but that was tonight's effort. Managed to go in again and solder the last prong. So, and then I've realised it's got little holes on the inside from where I drilled. So I'll have to go in again and put some silver sawdust and try and fill the holes. Because I think that'll just make a nicer finish. So that was that. And then the other thing I did was I made the split ring. Had a bit of trouble with it, and a bit of it started to split. There's a little crack there, but I think it'll be fine. I think it'll hold up. Not sure. But anyway, that's my split ring, which I just completed this evening. And the plan for that is to have, how am I going to show it to you? Gosh, I have to put it on my finger, won't I? Is to solder this heart ingot that I made out of scrap silver. I melted it down, made this ingot. So I'm going to solder the heart on so it'll sit like that with the with that design. It's called a split shank. And then I might put a little stone bezel on there, little opal. I've got some more opals that I'd prepared earlier in the middle of the heart. So I think that might look nice. Actually, it might even look nice just left plain without a stone. Anyway, can you see it? No. Where is it? Doobie, 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 doobie. So Mama T has survived the COVID epoch only to be feeling an escalation of threat of violence and harassment and bullying out in the scene, and there's not much I can do about that. I told my doctor about it, and he said your best protection is to keep exposing what's going on via your videos. So here I am, exposing what's going on. And he said also to bring an ally with me, but there's no one that will come with me to the club because my friend Jared's not into that music scene, and my friend Lynn would be too terrified to go there with me alone. So I'm in this life alone, so I'm going to continue to dance alone. I did try to contact somebody, hoping that they might private message me and I could ask them to keep an eye out on me while I'm there in that scene. But I haven't had a reply, so they may have decided that they don't want to communicate with me or whatever. So awkward. It's not the ex-boyfriend, it's someone else, someone that I trust. So a bit awkward, but anyway, I reached out, and I'll see if I get a reply or not. If not, I'll just go out on my own as I always do and fight for my right to dance in the local Brisbane city music scene, and fight for my freedom by turning up, showing up, dancing, and going home exhausted, as I do, as a practice every weekend. So I don't have an ally that I could take with me, and I'm in this life alone anyway, so what's the difference? And as I pointed out to my psych, the vets were so venal putting my dog down, and there's been so much sadism and horror lately that I just have to continuously rise above it and get through this next few years, decade, or however long it takes till either I die of my own poor health eventually taking its toll, or the threat to stab me made by the local busker saying that someone might stab me is carried out. I'm not looking forward to that, especially since I dreamt about that in a precognitive dream. But I'm not going out hoping to get stabbed in the guts, people. But as I said to my psychiatrist, no one has the right to stop me from living my best life, especially after the traumatic life I've had. No one has the right to stop me from dancing and enjoying live bands and live music. So as my characteristic defiance against oppression in our society and bullies and psychopaths and you name it, I will be out dancing. I will continuously dance until the day comes that I either die or I just simply get too old and too frail to go out dancing, whichever comes first. So that's my video. I've been creative. I'm not giving up on life. I am not actively suicidal. So if something should happen to me in the very near future and I suddenly disappear, this goes out to YouTube world, and all my nearest and dearest friends have been informed, and my doctor today has been informed by me. I am not suicidal, so if I shall disappear at any time from now into the future, start asking questions, because it will not be by my own hand. I will not give my enemies my own life handed up on a plate like I did in 2015 and sheer utter despair and vilified to the point of suicide. You will not get me that way again. There's only one other way you will get me. You will have to actively come to kill me. And why would you do that when COVID is supposedly over and everybody's supposedly moving on from that epoch now? Curious minds want to know. Good evening from sacred space. I'm living my best life as much as possible given my difficult life circumstances and living in poverty with very little money. I'm making the best from the silver that I could afford, creating and enjoying my life and not giving up on humanity, my own Bodhisattva spirit, and life in general. L'chaim. Much love to and from the multiverses, channeled through me at Sacred Space Titania's realm. God's bless.